Have you ever met someone who instantly commands respect? Not because they're rich, not because they're famous, and not because they're the loudest person in the room. Yet somehow, the moment they walk in, people notice. When they speak, others listen. And when they leave, they're remembered. What's interesting is that most of their influence has very little to do with words. In fact, some of the most respected people communicate their value without saying much at all. Today, we're going to explore the silent habits that make people naturally respected. And the best part? Anyone can develop them. They stay calm when others panic. Have you ever noticed how nervous people often move constantly? They fidget, they tap their feet, they look around anxiously. Meanwhile, confident people seem calm. Their movements are slower, more intentional, more controlled. They don't rush, they don't panic, they don't try to prove anything. And that calmness sends a powerful message. I am comfortable with who I am. People naturally trust those who remain steady during chaos. Because calmness signals strength, they make eye contact. Most people avoid eye contact when they're nervous. They look down. They look away. They constantly shift their gaze. But respected individuals do something different. They look people in the eyes, not aggressively, not to intimidate, just with quiet confidence. Eye contact communicates honesty, presence, and self-respect. It tells others, you have my attention. And surprisingly, when people feel seen, they automatically respect you more. They listen more than they talk. Many people think respect comes from saying impressive things, but often respect comes from listening. Truly respected people don't interrupt. They don't constantly wait for their turn to speak. They pay attention. They make others feel heard. And that's rare. In a world where everyone wants to be noticed, the person who genuinely listens stands out. People may forget what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. They are comfortable with silence. Most people fear silence. The moment a conversation pauses, they rush to fill the gap. They start talking just to avoid awkwardness. But confident people don't do that. They understand that silence isn't weakness, it's power. They're comfortable thinking before speaking. They're comfortable not having to entertain everyone. And that sends a message. I don't need constant validation. Nothing is more attractive than someone who is comfortable in their own presence. They respect themselves. First, here's something many people misunderstand. You can't force others to respect you, but you can teach them how to treat you. People who command respect have boundaries. They don't tolerate constant disrespect. They don't beg for attention. They don't chase approval. They value their time, their energy, and themselves. When you respect yourself, others start doing the same. Because people often follow the standards you set for your own life. They keep their word. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is simple. Say one thing and do another. Respected people understand this. If they promise something, they follow through. If they can't, they communicate honestly. Their actions match their words. And over time, people learn something important. They can be trusted. Trust is the foundation of respect. Without it, nothing else matters. They don't need to be the center of attention. Some people walk into a room and immediately try to impress everyone. They speak louder. They exaggerate stories. They constantly seek approval. But truly respected people don't need attention. Their confidence comes from within. They don't compete for the spotlight. Ironically, this often makes them more noticeable. Because confidence isn't about demanding attention. It's about not needing it. At the end of the day, respect isn't something you ask for. It's something you earn. Not through status, not through money, not through being the loudest voice in the room, but through your presence, your consistency, your self-control, your character. The most respected people often aren't the ones talking the most. They're the ones whose actions quietly speak for them. So the next time you walk into a room, remember, You don't have to say a word to make an impression. Sometimes the strongest message is the one you never speak. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more content on confidence, self-improvement, and personal growth. Until next time, keep growing.